It is absolutely unbelievable how beautiful this pillar is. There's no wonder there's so many people over here trying to capture the same thing.
In Antarctica, a waterfall bleeds red.
Blood falls is a bit of an obsession for a lot of people. I mean, there's nothing else like this on Earth.
In Nevada, alien-like geysers shoot rainbow water into the sky. And in one cave in Vietnam, an entire forest grows underground. These aren't from another planet. They're hidden on Earth. In today's video, we'll take you through 30 of these incredible wonders, each shaped by time and patience. Tiger Leaping Gorge, China. A tiger once escaped hunters by leaping across this canyon, said to be over 3,000 meters deep. Scientists dismiss the tale as impossible, but locals swear by it.
The Tiger Leaping Gorge is a top destination for tourists. At the bottom, we marvel at the tiger that jumped over the river here.
At its narrowest point, the gorge is just 82 feet wide. Below, the Jinsha River roars with untamed force, slamming against sheer cliffs. Known as one of the deepest gorges on Earth, it stretches more than 9 miles in length and was formed during tectonic shifts that pushed the Himalayas upward. Today, the trails clinging to its cliffs draw trekkers from around the world, offering heart-stopping views of the rushing river and snow-capped peaks. Lake Hillier, Australia. We grew up learning that lakes and rivers are always blue on maps, but nature enjoys rewriting the rules. Lake Hillier in Western Australia is proof. Only about 2,000 feet long, this small lake glows with a bubblegum pink color so striking that it looks unreal.
I've never seen anything like this, a bubblegum pink lake.
The lake looks toxic.
The mystery deepens when you realize the shade doesn't fade. Even if you pour the water into a bottle, it stays pink. What's even more surprising is that it's completely safe to swim in, despite its strange, almost alien appearance. Sitting right beside the deep blue Pacific Ocean and surrounded by normal blue lakes, the contrast is nothing short of dramatic.
In every image, it appears pink. This is no optical illusion.
Scientists still debate the reason for its rosy hue, with theories pointing to special algae or salt-loving bacteria.
There is another way that you can get multicolored water, and that is from microorganisms.
Kawah Ijen, Indonesia. Kawah Ijen is the largest acidic lake in the world, and its turquoise color makes it look unreal. But the real magic happens at night. Imagine walking up the volcano and seeing electric blue flames dancing in the dark, created by burning sulfur. Few places on Earth show something so rare. The air is thick with white smoke, and the lake is so acidic it could dissolve human skin in minutes. The climb to this wonder is a true test of endurance. Yet, the payoff is unforgettable. Standing at the summit as the sun rises, watching its golden light reflect on the glowing lake wrapped in a mysterious haze. Underwater waterfall, Mauritius.
Today I'm going to go and fly over this very famous rock. It's one of the...
From helicopter tours, tourists often think they're seeing a glitch in reality. Off the southwest coast of Mauritius, a stunning sight captures attention. A waterfall appears to drop 13,000 feet into the ocean floor. The view is so striking that you can't help but stare. But the truth is far more fascinating. What appears to be cascading water is actually an optical illusion. These particles swirl in turquoise currents, giving the illusion of a waterfall. It's a mind-bending scene, both natural and unreal. Blood Falls, Antarctica. This waterfall bleeds red in Antarctica, and scientists recently discovered why. There's a hidden lake of blood-red water trapped under the ice for 5 million years.
it's an outlier, and so we learn from those extremes, right? It's different than anything else we know.
Discovered during the Terra Nova expedition, British geologist Thomas Griffith Taylor was the first to witness the strange sight at the base of what would later be named Taylor Glacier. The water starts out clear, but turns a deep crimson as it flows, earning the name Blood Falls. Here's where things get more interesting. The water is 3 times saltier than seawater and contains microbes that might exist on Mars. Today, visitors even book ferry rides just to catch a glimpse of this haunting natural wonder. Hung Son Doong, Vietnam. Beneath the limestone mountains of Vietnam's Quang Binh province lies Hang Son Doong, the largest cave in the world. First explored in 2009, it stunned scientists with its scale and its own underground forest.
We enter through a claustrophobic crevice.
You have to crawl to get into the biggest cave in the world.
It's so big that a 40-story building would fit inside with room to spare. Sunlight streams through ceiling collapses, allowing trees and plants to grow where you'd never expect them, inside a cave. Vast chambers hold rivers, stalactites, and ecosystems that feel almost alien. Since opening to visitors in 2013, it has become a magnet for adventurers.
Oh, sorry. This place does not look real.
At the bottom, I feel like I've landed on another planet.
And while the sheer size is enough to amaze anyone, local tales of a strange reptile-like creature spotted in the shadows add an extra layer of mystery to this natural wonder. Pamukkale, Turkey. In southwestern Turkey lies a place so surreal it's called the Cotton Castle. Bright white terraces spill down the hillside like frozen waterfalls, shaped over thousands of years by hot springs rich in minerals. From these springs, water emerges at a steady 35 degrees Celsius year-round, filling each pool with clear blue water that glows under the sun. This place isn't just for looking. You can actually bathe in the pools, a tradition that stretches back to ancient times.
Here in Pamukkale, the hot springs and its famous healing powers brought people from all over the Roman Empire.
The Romans were so captivated by the springs that they built the spa city of Hierapolis right here, turning Pamukkale into one of the earliest wellness destinations. Believed to hold healing properties, Pamukkale has drawn travelers for centuries.
It wasn't just superstition. The waters did have healing powers, and apparently they continue to do so.
Waitomo Caves, New Zealand. Hidden beneath New Zealand's North Island lies a cave that glitters like a night sky, the Waitomo glowworm. Caves, formed millions of years ago by flowing water through soft limestone, are home to thousands of tiny glowworms that light up the darkness with a soft blue-green glow. But the truth behind the magic is more surprising. These glowworms are essentially maggots that use their light to lure prey. They live their entire lives in pitch-black caves, and if exposed to daylight, they die quickly. Visitors explore the caves on guided tours, gliding along an underground river while the ceiling sparkles overhead.
It's really something else to just surrounded by glowworms.
The effect is unforgettable, like drifting under a sky full of stars. Caño Cristales, Colombia. For most of the year, Caño Cristales in Colombia might seem like any other river, flowing quietly through the jungle. But for a brief magical window from late May to early November, it reveals something extraordinary. At this time, a rare plant called Macarinia clavigera blooms beneath the water, turning the river into a living canvas of red, yellow, green, orange, and blue. This dazzling display has earned Caño Cristales the nickname Liquid Rainbow and the River of Five Colors. The timing is everything. Outside of these few months, the colors vanish, and the river returns to its usual state. That makes every visit feel urgent, as if catching a fleeting miracle before it disappears again. Caño Cristales is now open to the public, and can be explored through guided tours either on foot or horseback, offering an up-close look at this stunning phenomenon. Unextinguishable waterfall flame, America. Fire and water shouldn't exist together, but here they do.
Quite simply, folks, it's one of the most inspiring and breathtaking waterfalls you'll ever see.
Behind this waterfall, a flame has been burning for hundreds of years. You'd expect the rushing water to put it out, yet the two somehow coexist.
And the flame burns on and on.
Just outside Buffalo, in Chestnut Ridge Park, Eternal Flame Falls hides its secret in plain sight. A small but steady flame flickers right behind the curtain of cascading water. The secret lies in natural gas seeping through cracks in the rock, feeding the fire so it keeps burning. The hike to reach it can be tough, with steep, rocky paths, but the payoff is a view so rare, it feels otherworldly. Tamja Blue Hole. Deep in the lush jungles of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies one of nature's most mesmerizing secrets, Tamja Blue Hole. Hidden beneath a canopy of greenery, this underwater sinkhole plunges into darkness with waters so vividly blue they seem almost unreal. Locals call it Tamja, meaning deep water, and for good reason. Divers have explored its seemingly endless depths, where sunlight fades into a mysterious abyss.
A blue hole. This underwater marvel plummets to a depth of at least 1,380 feet.
The walls are lined with limestone formations, while crystal-clear water reveals a hauntingly beautiful silence below. It's around 1,400 feet deep, which is deeper than the Statue of Liberty is tall. Scientists believe blue holes like this one may hold clues to Earth's ancient climate and even undiscovered species, adding to its allure. For adventurers, Tamja is more than just a dive site. It's a portal into another world, where wonder and mystery collide. Few places on Earth capture the imagination quite like this hidden jewel of the Yucatan. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. At first, Brazil's Lençóis Maranhenses might look like an endless expanse of white sand, stretching out beneath a blazing sun, giving the impression of a barren desert. But as you approach, something magical begins to unfold. After the rains, this seemingly lifeless desert comes alive, revealing thousands of clear, turquoise lagoons scattered between the towering dunes. Here's the catch. You have only a few months to see this wonder before it disappears. After September, the lagoons evaporate completely, leaving only sand behind.
So the water that goes into these lagoons, which we don't really see right now, it goes under and it's filtered under the sand, and there's like a layer of water.
One thing that is more surprising is that fish somehow appear in these temporary pools. The calm waters of these pools mirror the sky, creating a stunning contrast of blues and whites. Rainbow eucalyptus trees, Hawaii. Along Maui's famous road to Hana stands a grove of rainbow eucalyptus trees, one of the island's most colorful sights. Their trunks look as though they've been painted by hand, with streaks of green, orange, purple, red, and blue blending together in striking patterns.
Of the road to Hana, and we've stopped so that we can check out some rainbow eucalyptus trees.
The colors appear as the bark peels away, first showing bright green and then deepening into other shades over time. These fast-growing trees, native to the Philippines, were introduced to Hawaii in the 1920s. Although considered invasive today, they remain an unforgettable natural attraction, constantly changing in color and creating a living work of art. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Stretching across more than 4,000 square miles, Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt flat on Earth, and it feels like stepping onto another planet. By day, the ground is a blinding sheet of white, dotted with towering cacti and lagoons painted in vivid colors. But the true magic arrives in the rainy season.
Here in the tropics, the rainy season is roughly November to April. There's just a few inches of salty water.
A thin layer of water transforms the flats into a giant mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky above. making it the perfect place for NASA to calibrate satellites. It's so seamless that walking across feels like floating between two worlds. For travelers and photographers alike, Salar de Uyuni is a place where reality bends and wonder takes over. Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar. This forest will slice you to pieces if you fall, because every tree is made of razor-sharp stone. This dramatic landscape was once underwater more than 200 million years ago. Over time, tropical rains carved the limestone into sharp, jagged towers that now rise over 200 feet tall. Spanning nearly 230 square miles, it looks harsh and unlivable.
We'd be spending the afternoon climbing through one of its most spectacular landscapes, the Grand Tsingy, an area of bizarre needle-like rocks.
Yet it shelters many species of birds and even 11 kinds of lemurs. In the Malagasy language, Tsingy means where one cannot walk barefoot, a fitting name for this breathtaking and otherworldly stone wonder. Rainbow Mountain, Peru. Nestled high in the Andes, more than 16,400 feet above sea level, is a mountain that seems almost otherworldly. Vinicunca, or Rainbow Mountain, stretches out like a massive, colorful ribbon across the landscape. Stripes of red, yellow, green, and purple run parallel, each hue shaped by ancient mineral deposits that have been forming for millions of years. The hike takes place at 17,000 feet, higher than most people have ever been. But the journey to the mountain takes you through lush, green valleys, past llamas grazing peacefully, and small Quechua villages where time seems to stand still. But it's the breathtaking view from the summit that truly leaves a lasting impression. Fly Geyser, Nevada. In the middle of Nevada's desert stands a geyser that looks like it belongs on another planet. This wonder began forming in the 1960s when workers drilling for geothermal energy hit a hot spot underground. Instead of becoming a power source, hot water burst through the surface and never stopped flowing. Over time, minerals and heat-loving microbes built colorful terraces in shades of red, green, and orange. What makes Fly Geyser even more fascinating is that it isn't frozen in time. It's still alive, constantly changing, and slowly growing taller every year as minerals continue to pile up. It sits quietly on private land and can only be visited through guided tours. Ngorongoro Crater, Tanzania. This is Ngorongoro Crater in Tanzania, created millions of years ago by a massive volcanic eruption. Spanning 161 miles, it's one of the largest intact calderas on Earth. But the real wonder lies inside.
Covers an area of approximately 206 kilometers squares, 100 square miles, the Ngorongoro Crater caldera.
It has its own weather system inside the crater. Over 25,000 animals call it home. Lions prowling the grasslands, elephants moving in herds, and rare black rhinos hidden among them. In the middle, a shimmering lake draws thousands of flamingos, their pink wings painting the water. Crystal Cave, Spain. Imagine walking through an abandoned mine, expecting nothing more than dark tunnels and rusted tools, then suddenly you stumble upon a glittering chamber that looks like it belongs in another world.
To reach it, I descended underground, deep into the deadly heart of a Mexican lead mine.
This isn't fantasy. It's the giant geode of Pulpi in Spain. Hidden for centuries, this crystal-filled cavern stretches 26 feet long and 6.5 feet high. Its walls lined with flawless gypsum crystals so clear they resemble glass. The geode formed slowly over millions of years as mineral-rich water carved and filled the hollow space. Today, carefully protected and monitored, the Pulpi geode stands as a rare natural wonder and a shining example of Earth's hidden beauty. Milford Sound, New Zealand. Tucked away on New Zealand's South Island, Milford Sound is a place that feels almost too perfect to be real. Steep cliffs rise dramatically on both sides, draped in lush greenery. Thanks to its climate,
We just stopped for lunch about an hour outside of Milford Sound on this beautiful lake.
it rains here more than 200 days a year, And when the clouds open up, hundreds of temporary waterfalls appear, tumbling down the rock faces in every direction. Even history couldn't overlook its mystery. When Captain Cook sailed past the area, he missed Milford Sound not once, but twice, its entrance completely hidden by fog. This incredible landscape was shaped by glaciers during the Ice Age, leaving behind a natural wonder so striking, it's often called the eighth wonder of the world. But it's not just the scenery that amazes. The Sound is alive with wildlife. Fur seals basking on rocks, dolphins cutting through the waves, and even penguins waddling along the shore. Red Beach, China. Every autumn, Red Beach in Panjin, Liaoning Province, turns into a breathtaking red landscape that seems endless.
The trip is worthwhile. It's like paint spilled over it or something. Just incredible.
The bold color comes from a plant called Sueda salsa, which changes to a rich crimson as the air cools after summer. Wooden walkways stretch across the wetlands, letting visitors wander through winding streams and glowing fields. It feels like stepping into a dream where sea and land blend together in one shade. This natural wonder only lasts for a short season each year.
However, that is not the case with the Panjin beach behind me, which is actually red and not covered in sand at all.
Making it one of those rare sights where nature creates its own living masterpiece right before your eyes. Zhangjiajie National Forest, China. High in China's Hunan province lies a landscape so unreal it feels pulled from another world.
It is absolutely unbelievable how beautiful this pillar is.
Zhangjiajie National Forest is famous for its towering sandstone pillars, over 3,000 of them, rising up to 650 feet high. What makes them even more remarkable is that these formations are so tall they create their own weather, with clouds forming around them almost every day, cloaked in greenery and often wrapped in drifting mist. It's no wonder visitors often compare it to a movie set. In fact, these soaring spires inspired the floating mountains in Avatar, giving the park a global reputation for otherworldly beauty. For those seeking adventure, the park also holds the world's longest and highest glass bridge, stretching 430 meters across a canyon and hanging 300 meters above the ground.
The bridge is 350 meters in elevation compared to the ground below.
Mendenhall Glacier, Alaska.
One of the most amazing features on the glacier are the ice caves, and they're created by streams of water.
Imagine stepping into a cave entirely made of ice, its walls glowing in shades of blue so vivid they almost seem unreal. This is what you'll find inside Alaska's Mendenhall Glacier, a massive 12-mile-long ice sheet in Tongass National Forest. The ice caves are a rare and surreal sight, where sunlight filters through cracks in the ice, illuminating the frozen walls in ever-changing patterns. But reaching these caves is no simple feat. You'll need to kayak across chilly waters, navigate slippery ice, and carefully move through fragile passages.
Getting to the base of the glacier is only half of the fun, and the beginning of the real adventure of glacier exploration.
What makes this experience even more urgent is the glacier's rapid retreat, having receded nearly 2 miles since 1958. If you want to witness this hidden wonder, time is running out. Spotted Lake, Canada. In British Columbia's Okanagan Valley lies Spotted Lake, a place that looks almost unreal. During the summer, much of the water evaporates, leaving behind colorful spots in shades of blue, green, yellow, and brown. These patterns are created by the lake's unusually high mineral content, which has fascinated scientists for years. The patterns change weekly as water evaporates. But Spotted Lake is more than just a natural wonder. It also holds deep cultural meaning. For generations, the local indigenous people have considered it a sacred site, believing its waters hold healing powers. Today, Spotted Lake continues to amaze visitors, blending natural beauty, science, and culture in one magical landscape. Lake Willoughby, America. If you're ever in Vermont, there's a lake tucked away in the Northeast Kingdom that feels like something out of a postcard. Lake Willoughby, surrounded by steep, tree-covered hills, is especially stunning in fall when the leaves turn vibrant shades of red and orange. The lake itself is incredibly clear, and its fjord-like setting between Mounts Pisgah and Hor gives it a unique, almost magical feel. Hiking trails wind around the southern edge, and if you're into fishing, you'll find jumbo trout and salmon here. In summer, the lake becomes a hub for boating and paddleboarding. Louise and Moraine Lake, Canada. Hidden deep in the Canadian Rockies, Lake Louise and Moraine Lake hold a secret that draws travelers from all over the world.
Here at Lake Louise, and of course at Moraine Lake, really is the most convenient way to get out here.
Their dazzling colors aren't just a chance. Glacial silt carried from melting ice gives the waters their emerald and sapphire glow. Lake Louise mirrors snow-capped peaks on its calm surface, while Moraine Lake rests in the Valley of 10 Peaks, wrapped in pine and stone. At sunrise, when mist floats across the water, the whole scene feels like an artist's canvas comes alive. Sermelik Fjord, Greenland. Imagine floating among giant icebergs, in a place where glaciers meet the sea, and the only sounds are the splash of a whale's tail and the creaking of ancient ice. Sermelik Fjord in Greenland is a 50-mile-long frozen wonderland. It's a place so stunning, it feels like another world. Icebergs here are more than 10,000 years old. Picture yourself kayaking through luminous blue waters, hiking up icy mountains, and venturing into hidden ice caves. The real adventure starts with the Inuit guides who share their survival secrets and knowledge of the land. Want more? You could explore by dog sled or even ski through untouched terrain. Reynisfjara Beach, Iceland. Reynisfjara Beach in Vik feels like a place from another world, and not for just one reason, but three. First, its black sand stretches along the shore like liquid night, unlike any beach you've seen before. Second, towering basalt columns rise dramatically from the ground, sculpted by nature into geometric shapes that seem almost impossible. Third, fog often drifts in from the ocean, wrapping the landscape in a mysterious cloak. Sunbathing isn't the goal here, yet the beach is mesmerizing, with waves crashing powerfully against the shore. If the timing is right, the northern lights can dance overhead, turning Reynisfjara into an unforgettable spectacle of raw Icelandic beauty. The Sorek Stalactites, Israel. Tucked in the Judean hills of Israel, the Sorek Stalactites Cave is a hidden world of stone wonders. It was discovered by accident in 1968, when a quarry blast cracked open the hillside and revealed its secret chambers.
It seems very soft, but it's hard because it's a limestone. It's very interesting.
Here's the interesting part. You'll see countless formations with fun names. Macaroni stalactites look like hollow straws, while carrot ones grow into cones. And here's the fun twist. Many rocks resemble hats, animals, or even fairy tale characters. The cave was kept secret for 7 years to protect its fragile beauty, until it finally opened in 1975 as a nature reserve. Inside, Beach of the Cathedrals, Spain. The Beach of the Cathedrals in Galicia is a natural wonder that feels almost like walking through a giant cathedral made of stone. Massive rock arches, cliffs, and buttress-like formations were carved over thousands of years by the relentless action of the sea and wind. But timing is everything here. At low tide, visitors can walk across the sand, pass beneath the massive arches, and discover hidden caves and tide pools.
This spectacular arch is the first of many highlights of this magnificent beach.
Just hours later, at high tide, the entire beach disappears underwater, leaving only the tops of the rock formations visible. Miss the window, and you miss the experience. The beach draws photographers, travelers, and nature lovers alike, proving that some of the world's most breathtaking cathedrals were never built by human hands. We hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more amazing stories.